Hello and welcome to what is I think the 11th of my video yoga classes. I'm very sorry there's been such a long delay between classes this time, but it has been quite tricky really with people working from home and just not being possible to move the furniture about for various reasons. So sorry about that, but it's just one of those things, I'm afraid. As usual, I'd recommend, if you're a beginner and you're just coming into this, if you start at class 1, because there'll be things I cover there that I won't necessarily cover again in later classes, so work your way through the classes chronologically rather than starting right at this one, because you'll probably get to a bit more advanced stuff by this point. As usual, a strap of some sort, a dressing gown belt, an old tie, something like that, and if possible a yoga block, or if you haven't got that, a book, good solid book, or 2 or 3 books actually, that you don't mind sitting on, so nothing too valuable, or that won't mind if you sit upon it. Okay, so that's the preliminaries over. Let's get down to do some yoga. So lie down in Shavasana, arms down by the sides, palms facing the ceiling, gently close your eyes, feet hip width apart, falling gently out to the sides, and come into the room. So just let go of your days, try not to think about what you have been doing or what your plans are for later. Just try to concentrate on your yoga for the next hour or so. And if you find your mind wandering, just draw it back to your breath or to the asana, and try and stay focused through the class if you can. Okay, so come to your breath. Place your right hand on your tummy and your left hand on your chest, and feel your torso rise and fall gently as you breathe. Try not to change your breathing, just notice the natural rhythm of your breath. And then take your breath to the abdomen, so just breathing into the abdomen, feeling your right hand rising and falling. Nice big, slow, deep breaths. And then let go of that, take your breath to your chest. So feeling your left hand rise and fall. And then let go of that, take your breath to your upper chest, your clavicle region, breathing right up into your shoulders as though you're breathing into your neck. And then put all 3 of those together, so breathe in first abdomen, then chest, then upper chest. And when you breathe out, upper chest, chest, abdomen. And perhaps just give the abdomen a little squeeze at the end, just to empty out any last vestiges of stale air. So in, abdomen, chest, out, upper chest, chest, abdomen. Now using the full extent of your lungs, so try and fill your lungs to the sides as well as the front and back of your body. This is known as the full yogic breath. And then at the end of the next breath, just let go of that, come back to your natural spontaneous breath. And observe, just see if it feels any different. May not do, but maybe it's slowed, maybe it's deepened. Maybe your mind has calmed. Just observe any effects. And then place your arms back down by your sides with the palms upwards. Take a big deep breath and sigh it out. And again a nice deep breath. So letting go of any tension. One last time, nice deep breath in. Now draw your legs together, draw your right knee up to your chest, give it a nice tight squeeze on an out breath. In breath, send it away, draw the left knee in, out breath, give that knee a squeeze. In breath, send it away, draw the right knee in, out breath, give that knee a squeeze. And just keep doing that for a few times in the rhythm of your breath. And finish with one to the left. Send the leg away. In breath, draw both knees in. Out breath, give them both a squeeze. Rock a bit from side to side. Just give the back a massage. Come back to centre. Take your hands to your knees. Take your knees in big circles. Change direction. Back to centre. Take your arms out wide at shoulder height. Breathe in. As you breathe out, let your knees fall gently over to the right, keeping your shoulders firmly on the mat if you can. If you like, you can turn your head to the left. And then just relax into the twist. Use the breath. In breath, draw the breath up from the base of the spine, up to the crown of the head. Out breath, just release and relax into the twist. Feel the shape of your body. Feel that twist in the spine. Feel the breath flowing up that twist as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, just feel your body letting go. In breath, draw the knees back up to centre. Out breath, let them fall gently over to the left. Again, shoulders firmly on the mat. Again, head to the right if you like. Come back to the breath. In breath, draw the breath up the spiral of the spine. Out breath, just surrender into the twist. On an in-breath, draw the knees back up to centre. Take one hand to each knee, send the knees away from each other in opposite directions, just opening the hips. And change direction. And back to centre. Take the hands behind the thighs, lift the feet up towards the ceiling. Just allow your back to flatten along the floor a little here. Flex the feet, so push into the heels, draw the toes towards you. Just feel that gentle stretch down the backs of the legs.
And then take your hands down to the floor beside you with the palms facing downwards. Breathe in. As you breathe out, press your belly button down to the mat, lower the right leg. Take the whole out breath to come down. Don't take the weight to the floor, just touch the floor. In breath, lift that foot gently back up. Out breath, press the belly button down to the mat, lower the left leg. Don't take the weight to the floor. Take the whole in breath to lift that leg back up. And just keep on with that now for a few breaths. Out breath, press the belly button down to the mat just to protect your spine. In breath, lifting the leg. If it gets too much, just draw your knees into your chest. Nice and slowly, nice and gently, keeping the feet flexed. Finish with one to the left. Draw the knees into the chest, give them a nice tight squeeze. Rock a bit from side to side again. Come back to centre, slide your hands down the outside of your shins, take hold of the outsides of your feet. Draw your knees into your armpits, feet up towards the ceiling, into an Balasana, happy baby. And just take a few breaths here, allow your back to flatten along the mat. Just let go. And then draw your knees into your chest again. Take your chin to your chest, your forehead up towards your knees. Rock up and down the length of your spine. And when you're ready, rock up and balance on your sit bones. Hands behind the thighs. Shins parallel to the mat. Now you can either stay here, or if you like you can release the hands, palms inwards. If you like you can straighten the legs. Lift the sternum, draw the chest towards the thighs, thighs towards the chest. Lift through the crown. Keep breathing, keep the breath nice and steady. And release, bring the soles of the feet together. Wrap your hands around your feet. Draw your sternum through your arms, lift the crown of your head. Stay with the breath. Now take your two-piece fingers, the index and middle fingers of each hand around your big toes, and just see if you can come into the wide-legged Navasana. Just lifting gently, take it a little at a time, just go as far as you can. Keep lifting the sternum. And release down to a cross-legged position. Walk your hands forward and just fold forward. Walk yourself back upright. Take your right hand behind you, take your left hand to your right knee. Breathe in, lift, breathe out, twist around towards the right. With each in-breath, lift. With each out-breath, move a little further into the twist if that's available to you. Stay with your breath. Again, notice the spiral of your spine as you breathe in. And release. Take the left hand behind you, the right hand to the left knee. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, twist around towards the left. Stay with the breath. In breath, draw the breath up the spine. Out breath, move into the twist if there's any space available. And release. Take the hands either side of you, up on the fingertips. Lift the crown of the head, lift the sternum. Breathe in, raise the left hand, breathe out, stretch it over to the right, keeping your buttocks firmly on the mat here. So use that right hand just to keep your buttocks there. In breath, lift, out breath, same again over to the left. Lift it up and release. Now come over onto your tummy. Forehead to the mat, hands underneath your shoulders. Legs together, tops of the feet on the mat, elbows tucked into the sides, fingers spread nice and wide. Breathe in, lift the head, lift the chest, come up into the Cobra, Bhujangasana. Keep the breath nice and steady. Make sure your pelvis is still pressing into the mat, you're not lifting the pelvis off here. And lower it down, make a pillow for your head with your hands. Bring your left ear to the mat. Let your ankles fall gently out to the sides. Take a few breaths here. Stay with the breath, don't let your mind wander. Bring your forehead back to the mat, arms down by the sides. Breathe in, lift your head, lift your chest, lift your arms, lift your legs. Reach for the back of the room. Again, keep the breath nice and steady, keep reaching, reaching, reaching. Lifting. Feel the breath moving your body. And release. Make a pillow for your head with your hands. Bring your right ear to the mat. Ankles can fall out to the sides. Bring your forehead back to your mat. Take your arms back down by your sides. Bend the legs at the knees. Reach back. Take hold of the feet or the ankles. Keeping the legs together if you can. Breathe in, lift the head, lift the chest, press the feet into the hands, into Dhanurasana, the bow. Feel how your breath moves you in this position. And release. Take your hands underneath your shoulders. And push back to a child's pose, Balasana. So forehead to the mat, knees apart, big toes together, hands down by your feet. And release and relax into this position. Stay with the breath. Feel the in breath, draw the breath up from the base of the spine, up along the back of the back. And allow the out breath just to let you relax and release into the pose. Take your arms out in front of you into a Tita Balasana, the extended child's pose. Walk your hands over to the right, keeping your buttocks where they are so you feel a nice stretch down the left side of your body. Walk your hands back to centre and then over to the left, again feeling that stretch down the right side of your body this time. Breathe into it. And back to centre. Take your hands behind your back, clasp your fingers together. Breathe in, roll forward onto the top of your head and lift your hands. And release back down to the child's pose, Balasana. Forehead to the mat, knees apart, big toes together, arms down by the sides, and just release and relax here. And then gently lift yourself up. Come to somewhere in the middle of your mat. Now you need your blocks or books. And come to a high kneel. Now separate your feet towards the edges of the mat. Take your hands and just move your calf muscles apart. Now you can either just sit down there if you're capable, but if not, then sit on a block. Don't hurt your knees. Okay? So just move the calf muscles apart as you lower yourself down onto your block or books. Hands to the thighs first of all. Just lift the sternum, lift the crown of the head. Raise your right arm, bend it at the elbow, use your left arm to just ease it back a little. Actually you can take a strap here. Sorry, I should have mentioned that before. Ease the arm back. Take your left arm out, thumb pointing upwards, turn the thumb down, swing it back round behind you. Now either make the bind or take hold of the strap. Make sure you haven't trapped your neck here, your neck's still got freedom of movement. Keep lifting that right elbow, dropping the left elbow, lifting the sternum, lifting the crown of your head. Breathe into the pose. And release, same on the other side. So strap in the left hand, raise the left hand, bend it at the elbow. Use the right hand to just nudge it back a little. Take the right hand out, thumb facing upwards, turn the thumb down, bring the hand back around you, take hold of the strap, or alternatively make the bind if you can. Lift that left elbow, drop the right elbow, make sure your neck's still free, and then breathe into the pose. Lift the sternum, lift the crown of the head. And release. So just gently lift yourself off your blocks or books, swing your legs around in front of you. You can take the strap now, take the strap around the feet. Excuse me. Breathe in, lift the sternum, lift the crown of your head. Breathe out, walk your hands down the strap, chest towards your toes. In breath, lift a little. Out breath, hands walk down the strap, chest moves towards your toes. Just do that until you've gone as far as you can, and then you can release your hands wherever they are. Don't necessarily have to reach for the feet. If you can reach for the feet, you can either hold your toes, hold the outsides of your feet, take your two fingers here around the toes maybe, and then just relax into the pose, Paschimottanasana. So in breath, draw the breath up from the base of the spine, up the back to the crown of the head, out breath, release into the pose. Keep the chest moving forward towards the toes rather than down towards the legs. It just helps you to hinge in the right place for the pose. Stay with your breath. Try not to let your mind wander. And then gently release. You can remove the strap. Take your hands behind you just a couple of inches, fingers pointing forwards. On an in breath, lift the pelvis, flatten the feet along the floor, come into reverse plank. Just stay here for a couple of breaths. And then lower yourself down. Come round onto your hands and knees, so hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Breathe in. As you breathe out, drop the tailbone, lift the chest, chin to chest. In breath, lift the tailbone, drop the chest, lift the chin. And just feel that flowing like a wave along your body as you breathe in and out, starting with the tailbone each time. And then come to a neutral spine, tuck the toes and lift up to a downward facing dog. So just establish your downward facing dog here, your fingers are spread nice and wide. Your pelvis is lifting, thighs moving towards the back of the room, chest moving towards your thighs. Just make sure there's no tension in your head and neck, perhaps just nod your head slightly from side to side just to check that. Breathe in, lift up onto your tiptoes. Breathe out, draw your chest towards your thighs. Breathe in here, and then on the out breath, take the whole out breath just to lower the heels. Doesn't matter if they don't go all the way. Breathe in, lift up onto your tiptoes. Breathe out, take your chest towards your thighs. Breathe in here, and then breathe out and lower your heels. And then just slowly and gently walk your feet up towards your hands. Just tuck this away, excuse me. And hang in a forward fold. So outsides of the feet parallel, big toes moving in towards each other slightly. Take your hands behind your calves. Breathe in, lift up to a flat back. Breathe out, draw yourself back down into the forward fold. Release the hands. Then on an in-breath, just lift yourself gently, slowly uncurling up to standing with the head coming up last. And come to Tadasana at the front of your mat. So, hands to prayer position, outsides of the feet parallel, activate your calves, your thighs, your glutes, lift the sternum, crown of the head reaching towards the ceiling, feet rooting into the mat. Breathe in and up, look up at your thumbs, pelvis forwards. Breathe out and leading with the chest, swallow, dive down to a forward fold. Breathe in, lift up to a flat back. Breathe out, hands flat to the mat, bend your knees if you need to. Breathe in, step back with the right, hold back with the left into a nice strong plank, fingers spread nice and wide. Breathe out, knees down, elbows in, chest and chin to the mat. Breathe in, slide forward into the cobra. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Breathe in, step forward with the right foot between the hands, drop the back knee, untuck the back toe, look up. Tuck the back toe, breathe in as you step forward, breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, come all the way up, and out, hands to chest. Breathe in and up, look up at the thumbs, pelvis forwards. Breathe out and swallow, dive down. Breathe in, lift up to a flat back. Breathe out, hands flat to the mat, bend your knees if you need to. Breathe in, step back with the left, hold back with the right. Breathe out, knees down, chest and chin to the mat. Breathe in, slide forward into the cobra, lifting sternum, lifting the crown of your head, fingers spread nice and wide. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Breathe in, step forward with the left foot between the hands, drop the back knee, untuck the back toes, look up. Tuck the back toes, step forward into the forward fold. Breathe in, come all the way up, and out, hands to chest. Breathe in and up, look up at the thumbs, pelvis forwards. Breathe out and swallow dive all the way down. Breathe in, lift up to the flat back. Breathe out, hands flat to the mat. Breathe in, step back with the right. Hold back with the left, nice strong plank. Breathe out, knees down, chest and chin down, elbows tucked in. Breathe in, slide forward into cobra. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Breathe in, step forward with the right foot between the hands, use your hands to move it there if you need to. And then ground the back foot at a 35 to 45 degree angle. Take the left hand forward, swing it down and back, lift up into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. So just check your arms are level, look behind you if you need to. Reach forward into the front hand, reach back into the back hand, press into the back edge of the back foot. Make sure the knee's not wobbling out to the sides or overshooting that front foot. The gaze is soft and out over the front fingers. And breathe into the pose. Nice strong Virabhadrasana 2. Bring that right forearm to the right thigh. Take the left arm up and over. Reach into that. Press into the back edge of the back foot. Now, I'm going to try just dropping that left hand back down behind your back. Breathe in, and then as you breathe out, just drop that right hand down towards the floor. Take it through the legs and just see if maybe you can make the bind there. Don't worry if not. Try rolling that top shoulder back. Breathe into it. And release. Now you can take your block and place it in front of your right foot. I'm going to have to move back a bit because I haven't quite got room here. And then lift back up to Virabhadrasana 2. Come back to Parsvakonasana. Lift the left hand up, straighten the front leg, no need to lock the front knee here, and drop into Trikonasana. Don't need to drop very far, make sure your body's still all in one plane. And then look forward down at your front foot, soften that front knee, bring the weight into the front foot, take hold of your block or book, lift that back leg and unfurl your body towards the left. Coming into Ardha Chandrasana. So flexing that back foot, pushing into heel, reaching into that top hand. And release. Drop back to Virabhadrasana 2. Cartwheel the arms round either side of the front foot. Breathe in. As you breathe out, step forward, forward fold. You can move the block to the other side now. Breathe in. Come all the way up and out. Hands to chest. Breathe in and up. Look up at the thumbs, pelvis forwards. Breathe out and swallow, dive down. Breathe in, up to a flat back. Breathe out, hands flat to the mat. Bend your knees if you need to. Breathe in, step back with the left, hold back with the right. Breathe out, knees down, elbows in, chest and chin to the mat. Breathe in, slide forward into cobra. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Breathe in, step forward with the left foot between hands. Use your hands to move it there if you need to. Ground the back foot. Take the right hand out in front of you and up into Virabhadrasana 2 on the other side. Again, just check you've got your hands in the right place. Reach into the front hand, reach into the back hand, press into the back edge of the back foot. And just breathe into the position. Shoulders nice and open. Breathe in as you breathe out, just lean forwards into it. Bring your left forearm to your left thigh. Take your right hand up and over into Parsvakonasana. So you've got a nice straight line down there. Palm facing downwards on that top hand, pressing into the back edge of the back foot. And now take this right hand behind you. Just keep this shoulder moving backwards. Take your left hand and drop it down towards the floor. See if you can reach between your legs and just see if you can make that bind. Don't worry if you can't. I didn't bother with straps this time. I think you can just see if you can make it. And keep this shoulder moving back. And then lift back up to Parsvakonasana. Raise the right hand, straighten the front leg, drop into Trikonasana. A triangle. Keep the body in two dimensions here if you can. Soften the front knee, look down at that left foot, take hold of your block, shift the weight into the front foot, lift the back leg, flex the back foot, reach into that top hand, press into that back heel, and drop back down to Virabhadrasana 2. Cartwheel the arms around either side of the front foot. Breathe in, as you breathe out, step forward, forward fold. Breathe in, come all the way up, and out, hands to chest. I'll just move that block, I just need a sip of water, excuse me. Okay. Hands to prayer position. Breathe in and up, look up at the thumbs, pelvis forwards. Breathe out and swallow, dive down. Breathe in, lift up to a flat back. Breathe out, hands flat to the mat. Breathe in, step back with the right, hold back with the left. Breathe out, knees down, chest and chin down. Breathe in, slide forward into cobra. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Breathe in, step forward with the right between the hands and ground the back foot. Take both hands behind you, swing them forward and up as you breathe in into Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Hips facing the short edge of your mat. Just feel like they've got headlights on, so just use your hands on your hips if you like, just to adjust them, make sure they're right. And then raise your arms, gaze is up between the hands, sink into the hips, press into the back edge of the back foot. I need to move myself back a little bit again, excuse me. Take your hands behind you, interlock the fingers. Breathe in, lift the sternum, breathe out, come forward and down, lifting the hands. Bound warrior. Breathe in, release the hands, swing them forwards and up, back into Virabhadrasana 1. Hop the weight forward into the front foot. Reach for the ceiling, press into the left heel, and then just pivot. Whoa, excuse me, something's moving about. Into Virabhadrasana 3. So reach into the front hands, lift the back leg, press into the back heel. Drop back down to Virabhadrasana 1. Cartwheel the arms around either side of the front foot. Breathe in, as you breathe out, step forward, forward fold. Breathe in, come all the way up, and out, hands to chest. Just take a couple of breaths here. And we'll go to the other side. Breathe in and up, look up at the thumbs, pelvis forwards. Breathe out and swallow, dive down. Breathe in, lift up to a flat back. Breathe out, hands flat to the mat. Breathe in, step back with the left, hold back with the right. Breathe out, knees down, chest and chin down. Breathe in, slide forward into the cobra. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Breathe in, step forward to the left, ground the back foot. Swing your arms behind you, then on an in-breath, swing them forwards and up into Virabhadrasana 1. Press into the back edge of the back foot. Sink into the hips. Hips facing the short edge of the mat. Hands behind you, interlock the fingers. Breathe in, lift the sternum. Breathe out, come forward and down into the bound warrior. Lifting the hands up towards the ceiling, pressing into the back edge of the back foot. Breathe in, release the hands, swing them forwards and up, back up into Virabhadrasana 1. Hop the weight forwards onto the front foot. Reach for the ceiling, press into the right heel and pivot into Virabhadrasana 3. Reach into the hands, press into the back heel, lift the back leg. And then drop the back foot down, back into Virabhadrasana 1. Cartwheel the arms round, in front of the front foot. Breathe in, as you breathe out, step forward, forward fold. Breathe in, come all the way up, and out, hands to chest. Just take a couple of breaths here. Try not to let your mind wander. And we're going to one more round. Breathe in and up, look up at the thumbs, pelvis forwards. Breathe out and swallow, dive down. Breathe in, lift up to a flat back. Breathe out, hands flat to the mat, bend your knees if you need to. Breathe in, step back with the right, hold back with the left. Establish your plank. Now move your right hand into the centre, fingers spread nice and wide, roll over onto the baby toe side of your right foot. Now you can either take your left foot on top of that or behind it, or you can drop that right knee if you like, whichever's more comfortable for you. But then move that left hand up through your chest and lift up into Vashisthasana. Reach for the ceiling with that top hand. Lift out of your shoulders. Bring that left hand back down and re-establish your plank. Move your left hand into the centre this time. Fingers spread nice and wide. Roll over into the baby toe side of the left foot. Draw your right hand up through your chest. Reach for the ceiling. If you're comfortable here, you can look up at that top hand. Lift out of the shoulders. And again, you want a nice straight line along your body here. Bring your hand back down to the plank. Fingers spread nice and wide. Breathe in. As you breathe out, keeping your shoulders tucked in, lower yourself with control down to the mat. Breathe in, lift your head, lift your chest, come up into Cobra. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Breathe in, lift your right leg. Breathe out, knee to elbow on the right side. Breathe in, send it away. Breathe out, knee to elbow on the left side. Breathe in, send it away. Knee to elbow on the same side. Send it away. Knee to elbow on the opposite side. Send it away. And now take that knee up to the right wrist crease. Take the right foot up towards the left hand if you can. And then just walk that back leg back just a couple of inches. And come up on your fingertips here into Rajakapotasana. Keep lifting sternum, dropping the hips. Now if you like, you can come down on your forearms, or if you're comfortable there, you can bring your head to the mat, arms out in front of you. I haven't quite got room here. Try and keep the hips level here if you can. And just breathe into the pose. And then walk your hands back, come back to lifting, up on the fingertips, sinking into the hips. Now you can either stay here, or if you like, just try flipping that back leg up at the knee, reach back with the left hand, take hold of that foot, and then find your balance and see if you can take your other hand back as well. So lifting, keep the head lifted, find a drishti, find a point to focus on. And release. Take both hands in front of you, and then take the right foot and push it out to the left, roll over onto the side of the left foot, raise that left hand up into a tumbling triangle. If you like, you can look up at the top hand. Bring that hand back down, come down to the downward facing dog. Breathe in, step forward with the right hand, right foot between the hands. Stay up on the ball of the back foot this time. Take the hands behind you, swing them forward and up into a high lunge. Breathe in, raise the left hand, breathe out, cross it over past the right knee, hands to prayer position, twist around towards the right. Keep the back leg strong. In breath, find length in the spine, out breath, move into the twist. Release the hands either side of the front foot, bring the left hand to the inside of the front foot, and then take the right hand and just draw it up along the length of your leg there, up towards the ceiling, into a twist. Breathe into this position. Bring the right hand down, bring that hand to the inside of the right foot, draw the left hand up through the body and come into the twist on the other side. Release the hands down either side of the front foot. Breathe in, as you breathe out, step forward, forward fold. Breathe in, come all the way up, and out, hands to chest. Just take a couple of breaths before we do the other side. Just let your heart rate come down a little. And we'll go to the other side. Breathe in and up, look up at the thumbs, pelvis forwards. Breathe out and swallow, dive down. Breathe in, lift up to a flat back. Breathe out, hands flat to the mat. Breathe in, step back with the left, hold back with the right. Nice strong plank. Move the left hand into the centre, fingers spread nice and wide. Roll onto the baby toe side of the left foot. Raise the right hand. Come back down to the plank, move the right hand into the centre, spread the fingers, roll onto the baby toe side of the right foot, raise the left hand. Back down to the plank, fingers spread nice and wide. Breathe in, as you breathe out, lower yourself down, keeping the elbows tucked in with control. Breathe in, lift up to the cobra. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Breathe in, step forward with the left foot between, oh sorry, no don't do that. Just find your downward dog again. Breathe in, raise the left leg. Breathe out, knee to elbow on the same side. Send it away. Breathe out, knee to elbow on the other side. Send it away. Knee to elbow on the same side. And send it away. Knee to elbow on the other side. And send it away. And then knee to wrist crease on the left side. Left foot moving up towards the right hand. Walk the back leg back a couple of inches. And then lift up on your fingertips and sink into your hips. Really try and feel that position, feel that asana, breathe into it. And if you like, you can drop down onto your elbows, forearms rather, and if you like, you can come all the way down, forehead to the mat, arms out in front of you, keeping your hips level if you can. Hook your hands back in, coming back up to Rajakapatasana. And again, if you like, you can just try and flick that back leg up, reach back with the right hand, take hold of the foot, and then balance, take hold with the left hand, find your drishti, nice high spot above your eye line to look up at. Unmoving spot, focus. And release. Take your left foot out to the right side, raise your right hand, coming up into tumbling triangle on this side now. Reach for the ceiling, lift out of your shoulders. And back down to downward facing dog. Breathe in, step forward with the left foot between the hands. Staying up on the ball of the right foot, take your hands behind you, swing them forwards and up into the high lunge. Breathe in, raise the right hand, breathe out, cross it over past the left thigh, hands to the prayer position, twist around towards the left. In breath, find length in the spine, out breath, move into the twist, keep the back leg strong. And release, hands either side of the front foot. Bring the right hand in to the inside of that front foot and then take your left hand up along the leg and into the twist on this side. Bring that left hand down, bring that hand to the inside of the foot, take your right hand up through your body and reach for the ceiling. Back leg strong. Release the hands down either side of the front foot. Breathe in, as you breathe out, step forward, forward fold. Breathe in, come all the way up, and out, hands to chest. Stay with your breath, try not to let your mind wander. And blink your eyes open. Okay, so going to do a version of Vrksasana, the tree now, slightly different to usual, but only go as far as you're comfortable with. Okay, don't take this any further than you're comfortable with. So first of all, just root your left foot. Just really feel that foot joining to the ground, a good strong foundation. Now, if you can do a half lotus, take that right foot to a half lotus position on your thigh. Otherwise, just do as normal, that right foot against that thigh there, okay? But if you can, come into that half lotus position now. Hands to prayer position. Find your drishtis, an unmoving spot just somewhere slightly above your eye line, and raise your hands, coming into Vrksasana here. Reach for the ceiling, root that grounded foot, keep that right knee moving out to the side. Now you can either stay here, if this is far enough for you, or if you like, just release the hands and see if you can come forward to a flat back. I may fail at this, we shall see. Okay, so reaching forwards, and then if you like you can drop your hands, but only again if you're comfortable with it, okay? And maybe come down onto the hands, and maybe you can just rest your knees on your elbows here, like in Vrksasana the crow, and lift up. And then come back up, trying to keep the balance if you can. Slowly coming back up and finding Vrksasana again. And release. Okay. And we'll try that again on the other side, okay? But seriously, I stress, only go as far as you're comfortable with this one. So root the right foot, take the left foot into half lotus position on the thigh if you can, so quite close up to that crease of the thigh there. That left knee moving out to the side, raise the arms, find your drishti. Remember, stay here if this is enough for you. But maybe you can come forwards to a flat back, maybe from there you can bring your hands down to the mat, spread the fingers nice and wide, get the knees on the elbows and come up into the balance. And then back onto the back foot, standing foot rather, and then up we come. Back to Vrksasana. And release. Okay. I don't know how many of you would have managed that. I almost didn't, so good luck. I'll be interested to hear how you got on with that. Okay, so come to the centre of your mat. Feet just hip width apart or so. Hands to prayer position. Breathe in, lift up on your tiptoes. Take the whole out breath to lower your heels. Hold in breath to lift up. Hold out breath to lower the heels. Take the feet just less than mat width apart. Breathe in, up on the tiptoes. Breathe out, lower yourself down, this time coming all the way down into Malasana. So elbows between your knees, hands to prayer position, sternum lifting, crown of the head lifting. Don't worry if your feet, your ankles don't reach the ground here, not everybody's ankles are built the same. And then keeping that grip between the outsides of the arms and the insides of the legs, place the hands in front of you, fingers spread nice and wide, and then gently shift the weight into your hands. You might want to put a pillow in front of you or a cushion in front of you if you're not comfortable with this. And then just maybe coming up into Bakasana, the crow. Now if you're here, you can try and straighten your arms a bit. Just keep breathing. And lower it back down. Okay, so take hold of your strap again. Take the strap around the feet. Feet flex, legs strong. Breathe in, lift the sternum, breathe out, walk your hands down the strap, chest towards your toes. In breath, lift, out breath, chest towards your toes. In breath, lift, out breath, chest towards your toes. Release the strap, let your hands fall wherever they are. And relax down into Paschimottanasana. Nice steady breath. In breath, move the breath up the back of the spine. Out breath, release into the pose. And release. Just remove the strap. Take the right foot in, cross it over past the left thigh. You can either leave the left leg where it is or swing it back round behind. Take the right hand behind you. Breathe in, raise the left hand. Breathe out, cross that past your right thigh. In breath, lift. Out breath, twist around towards the right. In breath, lift. Out breath, twist around towards the right. And release. Come back to Dandasana, so staff pose, feet out in front of you, hands down by your hips. Take your strap again, take it around the feet. In breath, lift the sternum, out breath, walk the hands down the strap, chest towards your toes. In breath, lift, out breath, chest towards your toes. Release the strap and come back into Paschimottanasana. Release and relax. And release from the pose now, move the strap out the way again. Draw the left foot in, cross it over past the right thigh. Swing the, you can either leave this leg where it is or swing it back round behind you. Hug this Left knee in, take your left hand behind you. Breathe in, lift the sternum, lift the right hand. Breathe out, cross that arm past the left thigh. In breath, lift the crown of the head. Out breath, twist around towards the left. In breath, lift. Out breath, twist. In breath, lift. Out breath, twist. And release. Come to Dandasana at the front of your mat. Breathe in, raise your arms. Breathe out, lower yourself back down to the mat now, coming down for Shavasana, for your final relaxation. So if you need any socks or jumpers or anything, now's the time to get them. Arms down by the sides, palms facing upwards. Feet falling gently out to the sides. And come to your breath. And come back to that full yogic breath we did at the start of the class. So breathe in, abdomen, chest, upper chest. Breathe out, upper chest, chest, abdomen. Little squeeze at the end to expel any stale air. In breath, abdomen, chest, upper chest, and so on. Stay with your breath. Now finish the breath you're on and come back to your natural spontaneous breath. Try not to let your mind wander. Just follow the path of your breath with your mind. If any thoughts arise, just let them pass like clouds. And gently draw your mind back to your breath. Triambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushtivardhanam Uvarukamiva bandhanam Mrityomukshama amritat Aum Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandim Pushtivardhanam Uvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityo Mukshamamritat. Aum Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandim Pushtivardhanam Uvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityo Mukshamamritat. Bring some movement into your fingers and your toes, feet, your ankles, your wrists, your arms and your legs, the muscles of your face. Take your arms up over your head along the floor, have a good long stretch from the tips of your fingers to the tips of your toes. And then draw your knees into your chests, give them a nice tight squeeze. Rock a little from side to side. And then staying curled up with your eyes closed, just roll over onto your right hand side. Stay curled up there. And just take a few breaths here. Again, try not to let your mind wander. Stay with the breath. Use your hands and your arms to come up to a comfortable seated position, keeping your eyes closed if you can. I'm going to chant 3 Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. You can join in if you like, but you don't have to if you don't want to. Breathe in for Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Hope you're all keeping well, looking after yourselves, staying fit and healthy, and managing to stay reasonably happy under these difficult circumstances. I don't know about you, but I'm really missing our classes now. And I think about you all a lot, even though I haven't managed to do many classes, so I really hope you're all keeping well and aren't doing too badly under the circumstances. Hopefully I'll be able to do another class before too long, without quite such a long period. And I look forward to seeing you all soon. Please do email me, let you know how you get on, if there's any requests you'd like, if you'd like me to cover any particular asana, or any form of breathing exercises, anything that you think might be useful, please let me know. I'd love to hear from you, really. I would love to hear from you. Thank you very much.